Video doing, it's all about just practice, just like everything else. All of these plants, all of these projects, all these terrariums I've been building, it's all about just practice. Everything in life it's just about practice. And the more you practice taking videos, the more you get to ramble on like me, the more kind of weird thoughts come into your head, the more ways you can make videos, the more ideas you'll have for videos. Did I finally find the transition into the intro? Because the I've never put you here before though. I've never put you on top of my computer. All right. I think we finally got her. I think I finally got it all set up. Okay. Now, are we ready for the intro? Hey Google, turn on all the lights in 5 seconds. Well, that didn't work. Hold on. Let's not screw it up this time, all right? You didn't give me barely a second. Hey Google, turn on all the plant room lights in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on, we did this perfectly yesterday. We practiced and everything. Hey Google, turn on all the lights in 5 seconds. All right, that's gonna have to work. You know, sometimes that works. The point is, it doesn't really matter. I barely even talked to the Google thing. I don't actually use that. In this video, we're talking about automating our grow rooms, our plant rooms, whatever you wanna call this monstrosity of a jungle type thing I've got going on back here, whatever you wanna call this. That's what this video is about. It's about automating it. Now, as our plant spaces grow and we start to get new things and technology progresses, and we start to get doodads like this 3-headed grow light right here. Maybe that one up in the corner. Well, eventually it gets annoying coming in here every day and turning the lights on, reaching your arm back here behind your sick silver dragon alocasia. Did I even say your name right? Oh, look at this girl. Looks like she's lost another leaf. I don't know what happened to this one. I think I gave it a little bit too much light. I think I had it sitting under one of these grow lights I'm talking about automating in this video, and ever since then it's perked back up a tiny bit, but it's taken a bit of a turn for the worst. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about saving yourself the annoyance of having to come in here every day, flicking around switches, turning things on and off. This video is about automating all that. It's about taking advantage of technology. In fact, it's about taking advantage of the simple things that we have at our disposal. Do you know how easy it was for me to automate this entire plant room behind me? Now granted, there's nothing too impressive. At the moment, I don't even have the terrarium set up to come on automatically. I've just got the grow lights to come on every day. So besides the fact that it's just easy to automate everything, it's fun to automate everything, it's super simple, it's super cheap. You can get just really basic stuff on places like Amazon, and you know, within minutes. The longest part of the whole process is actually waiting for your shipment to get to your door, so you can unbox it and start setting everything up, because it's super simple to automate your plant room. And I'm gonna show you how super simple it is in this video, because we've got even more automating to do in the plant room behind us. Let's move on to something else. We're done. I think that was a pretty good intro. Now, what do we need to actually get started automating our plant spaces? My best suggestion is to go onto a website like Amazon or wherever you go and search for something called a smart plug. This particular one is a BN-Link Wi-Fi smart plug. And the coolest thing about these things right here is you can plug them into any of your regular dumb plugs, and it magically brings those plugs to a genius new reality. It brings them to life, it turns them smart, it educates them almost as fast as you can slide it into the socket, just like that. And I'm going to show you exactly how these things work. Now, for these particular smart plugs, you have to use this BN-Link app on your phone. And that app looks just like this. But again, you know, mileage may vary depending on what smart plug you choose. Go on to Amazon, search for a smart plug, read reviews, you know, decide what's important to you. To be honest with you, the reason that I chose these smart plugs right here is because of the design of them. I didn't really care about anything else. I just liked the way they looked. I like that power button. I like that it fits flush into the wall, just like that back there, and everything kind of seems a little bit nice and tidy. A lot of these smart plugs have you plug things into the side and stuff, and I don't know, I just liked this one. It was like overnight shipping or something. I think this whole box cost me like $25 for 4 of them. So basically where I'm at is I've got all my grow lights set up to run automatically. I've got all of them coming on a timer. I'm still having to come in here and annoyingly turn on different things, like that terrarium right there, like that terrarium right there, even that little paludarium right over here. But most importantly, I like to make things as easy as possible so I don't have to think about dumb things like flicking switches, and we can think about projects. Have you even noticed that empty rimless aquarium sitting on the bookshelf back there? Well, that's what I want to think about. I don't want to think about flicking on switches. I want to think about building new projects. I want to think about new living things. I want to think about nature and life. Whew. All right. I'm getting a little amped up here, I feel. Should I back up? So let's get started. Let me grab my first smart plug. Let me grab our trusty old phone. I'm looking at you. First terrarium we ever built. The living mossy wall terrarium is I think what I called it. It's not too old, but you have become annoying. I've grown tired of flicking your switches, and I'm about to solve that problem now. I'm about to solve that problem with you as well. Did that rhyme? Step number 1 on this very informative video. Insert the smart plug into the dumb plug. You don't have to be too smart to plug in the smart plug, but you have to be a little bit smart to plug your terrarium into that smart plug. And let's face it, you had to be smart enough to get on the internet and actually order this smart plug. So I'm sure you can handle the rest of this video. It gets even easier from here. Well, now that we've got our smart plug plugged into our dumb plug, you'd expect that terrarium back there to be glistening and glowing in all of its terrarium glory. But we haven't set up the actual smart plug yet. We haven't educated the smart plug and told it what it needs to do, told it how it can help us automate our grow room and to free up our time so we can use that precious brain power that we've got to do more interesting things. And I'm going to do the best I can to actually show you how to do this in the app. Again, this isn't some sort of you have to use the BN link versions of the smart plugs like I'm using. I just happen to choose those ones because I like them. And with those smart plugs comes this BN link app. Right when you pop into this thing, you're on the main screen. You can see here I've already got my three grow lights set up in there. Right now, we're working on that terrarium light back there. So right up here in that top corner, we're going to give this a little add device. You press this power button and hold it. No, you turn it on. Turn it on. Yeah, you hold it for a minute, then you press it on, and then it starts blinking like that, telling you that it's looking to pair. And before I even said all that, it's already found it. So go ahead, we'll add our new smart plug right there. We're going to tap to add it. Tap to add our new smart plug. And just like that, we have to wait. How long do we have to wait? I don't know. I'd put the Jeopardy music in here, but I'm scared that YouTube would take me down. And before I even said that, we're done. It's already added. We just have one more thing to do. I don't want to call this thing Smart Plug 4. That's no fun. The mossy wall terrarium. Yeah. And I can always change that name if I messed it up when I look back at the video and find out what I actually called that thing behind us. Oh, did I spoil the surprise? I turned it on. Hold on, let's turn this thing off. And it just popped on because, remember earlier when we were adding it. But now that we've got our new smart plug, the mossy wall terrarium, we can finally click done. It's added to our home screen. We can click on this thing. We can simply power it on and off with the remote. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the timer in here. Right under where it says schedule, I'm going to choose add schedule, and then I'll just select every day. It wants you to choose how many days a week. So we'll set it on at 9 a.m. Save that, and then we'll add another schedule to turn it off. When should we turn it off? How about we turn these off at 11 p.m. I think that'll be good. Like I said, at the end of my day, I want to be able to come into this room for a few hours after the grow lights have been off, maybe even like 8 p.m. I want everything to be kind of nice and glowing from the terrariums. And there we go. Now we've got a simple timer that turns this thing on at 9 a.m., turns this thing off at 11 p.m. But we can do one more cool thing. We can do one more little automatic thing that I want to show you. It's pretty neat. It's unnecessary. It's how I started this video. You can connect this thing with things like Google or Alexa or, you know, that type of stuff. I have Google on my Android phone, so I chose that. And then automatically the two apps on your phone, the BN Link app that kind of manages everything, where you set up the timers and all of that stuff, it will automatically connect to, you know, your Google or your Alexa app or whatever that is. You can see mine right down there. We've got our mossy wall terrarium turned off. You can even control it from here. But the best part about using Google or Alexa or that kind of stuff isn't actually the app and, you know, turning it on with your phone and stuff. It's using your voice. Hey Google, turn on the mossy wall terrarium.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
She didn't understand. Let me try again. Sometimes, you know, I do have a bit of a, I'm originally from Canada and then I came down to southern USA. So I've got a bit of a weird drawl on my tongue perhaps. Let's see if you can understand me this time, Google. Hey Google, turn on the mossy wall terrarium. Hey Google, turn on the mossy wall terrarium.
All right, turning on mossy.
She did it. But again, it's not really about that. The best part about this thing is now I can set it up on a timer. I can just go into an app. I can simply set it up to come on at 9 a.m., turn off at 11 p.m., and I basically never have to think about that little switch down there again. So let's do that one more time with a zip, a zop, and a zoop. Now finally, everything in this plant room, few as it may be at the moment, everything that's plugged into an actual plug is automated. It's set to a timer, it'll come on automatically, it'll go off automatically. I don't have to intervene at all. All I have to do is be here to enjoy it, to sometimes, you know, catch me in the moment and watch it happen. I get to relax a little bit. My fingers will thank me from all that saving of the switch flipping, and then we get to think about bigger and better things. I'm already thinking about other ways that I could automate this plant room. For instance, the big clay fern forest back here. Well, this is a high humidity piece, and unfortunately I don't have a big piece of glass that can fit over the top of this entire thing. So I'm constantly having to come in here, spray this thing down every single day. Not that I mind doing it so much. I do enjoy the intimate spritzing moments that I have with my my big clay fern forest over here. But what if I were to automate that? What if I were to possibly have a pump in a bucket connected to a smart plug that turns on for, you know, maybe 10 minutes a day, maybe 15 minutes a day, and maybe that pump could be connected to some sort of a spritzer coming over the back of that log and can automatically spritz my big fern forest. Not only can I go away on vacation now and leave my pretty little ferns back here without any worry that they're gonna dry out or be unhappy at all. Not only do I not have to worry about them being unhappy while I'm gone, but, I mean, how cool would it be to set up an automatic spritzing system on a big clay indoor fern garden? It sounds like a future project to me. I don't know when that one will be coming, but that's the kind of things that you can think about when you no longer have to think about coming through and doing those boring, mundane tasks like spritzing a big garden back there or turning on terrariums over there. There isn't a reason that every one of these dumb plugs that line the walls in the plant space behind me shouldn't be fitted with a smart plug so that we can set timers, so that we can start letting these things work for us and we can free up our brains for what it enjoys doing most, or at least what mine enjoys doing most. And that's thinking about things like plants and projects and terrariums and all of the things we've done on this channel and all of the things that we'll do on this channel. Now I think I'm gonna put you back on the computer right over there where we started this video. So that was my video on automating your plant space. Again, you know, no specific product recommendations. I use one called BN Link. You can go on Amazon, you can look for a smart plug. There's hundreds of choices, all sorts of designs, black ones, white ones. I'm not sure if I've seen any other colors than that, but I'm sure you could even paint one of these things and turn it to whatever color matches your wall or whatever fancy DIY thing or whatever fancy DIY thing you want to come up with next. I barely even scratched the surface on what you can do with these things. I showed you a few examples like turning on my grow lights, like setting up my terrariums to come on at a certain time, but there's all sorts of other ways that you could automate your space as well. You could turn on pumps, you could have, you know, certain lights coming on at certain times of the day with different glows, and once you take that super simple step into getting something like a Wi-Fi smart plug. Not only will it immediately satisfy you by doing things like giving you a timer for your grow lights or your terrariums, but it'll give you a foundation and it'll give you the knowledge that you have a tool, that dumb plug that you had in the side of your wall is no longer dumb anymore. And the next time you think about, well, how could I do that thing that's stirring around in my mind up here? Well, maybe that smart plug that you've got down in your drawer will pop into your head. You'll get a brilliant new idea of how you can do something super cool. Maybe you'll even make a video of it. Maybe we'll even make videos together of doing even cooler things with these smart plugs in the future. I love plants, I love nature, I love terrariums, I love everything involved in everything you see behind me. But the one thing that I don't get to talk about too much, the one huge other side of me, the other love in my life is technology. I love computers. I love making these videos. I love editing these videos. I love doing things like setting up automated systems in our plant spaces back here. And every opportunity that I get to mix one passion of mine with another passion of mine, like all of these plants back here, I always take the opportunity to jump on that. And I hope that gives you the motivation to embrace technology, to automate your plant space, to start doing cool things. And I'm gonna show you one more thing and then we'll end this video. It's looking like our Monstera deliciosa over here has got a new baby leaf a-coming. The last leaf this plant gave me was definitely the most gorgeous of them all so far right there. So I've got high hopes for that little sprout back there. I've been struggling with what to actually call this room in my head, but I think I do like plant space. Plant space just kind of works. You know, it's not a plant office. It is a plant room. It is a plant office. But you know what it kind of embraces all of that stuff? It's a plant space. And we all got a space for plants. All right, I'm tired. I can't do any more today.